Hey, this is Terry Bain with another Real Detroit Test Drive. Today, where luxury meets ruggedness, legendary Jeep Grand Cherokee. This is the most awarded SUV ever. It really kind of sets the bar of the whole category of SUV. This is the limited edition. It's not the high end, not the low end, right in between, right there in the middle. Got some cool features. We're going to talk about those. We're going to go for a ride with my friend Sola Obayan. She is cool, she is fun, she is connected. But let's walk around this car for a little bit. First thing you'll notice, 4x4, man. This thing can handle it all. When we talk legendary Jeep performance, we talk about it doesn't matter where you want to go. If it's in the snow, no problem. If it's in the rain, slick. If it's in the sand, cool. If there were mountains here in Detroit, this thing would climb them. Okay, Mount Clemens, not exactly what we're looking for. Very nice style. This obviously, the white one. We'll peep the inside. I like the way they match it with cream interior. You know, it's got great lines. It's got a great viewpoint. It's got a nice little back end to it. I like the overhang. Make sure that too much rain doesn't get on there. As you can see, it is a little bit wet today. Got the dual exhaust kicking back there. It's got plenty of room in the back. Nice thing is it's got the 60/40 fold down, so these seats split. Also got these polished aluminum wheels, but they're 20-inch wheels. It's also got the little rear, so the people in the back seat can adjust their temperature, keep themselves warm, keep themselves cool. Got lovely leather, standard on the limited edition. Got heated front seats and heated rear seats as well. And then there are some cool features on the levels above this, whether you get the Overland or the Summit. This actually has the 3.6-liter, 290 horsepower engine. What's available now in the Grand Cherokee, if you want, is the Eco Diesel engine. Take you 30 miles per gallon. In an SUV, that is unheard of. So, we're gonna hop in, take a little look at it. We're gonna go for a ride. We're gonna pick up Sola, and we're gonna have some great fun here on Real Detroit Test Drive. Thank you. And we got a really cool guest joining us, Miss Sola Obayan. Sola is an entrepreneur through and through. Absolutely lovely chick. She runs Social Media Association of Michigan. She also has this new organization called Pavo that's going to be connecting shoppers with people that are selling. She's starting off with retail. Excited to share more about that. And then she runs an organization called BTO Solutions. She is one seriously busy lady. Sola, welcome.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you for having me here.
You've got kind of your finger on the pulse of cool stuff going on.
What can I say? I love being busy, and I'm extremely passionate about social media and about Pavo, and about sharing love for people's passions and helping people connect better with their passions and being self-expressive. So what I do drives me. No pun intended.
That's fantastic. Tell us, let's start somewhere. Let's start with Pavo. Tell us about Pavo.
Yeah, so Pavo is a platform that enables merchants to connect with consumers that share their passion. The idea is that, you know, you've obviously heard of Seth Godin. So Seth has a theory called tribe. Everyone has their tribe, every business has their tribe. So what Pavo does is it helps businesses and consumers find their tribe.
Very, very cool. Now, is that, I don't want to get into the science behind it, the technology behind it, but is that algorithm based? Is it work that way, or is it a little less? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's algorithm based. We're focusing on the supply side of the marketplace to begin with. So we've developed a tool that allows merchants to take a photo, tag that photo with the items in it, and share it through their existing social networks in order to sell their products. And then next year, in our next phase, we'll be working on the consumer side and building out an app specifically for consumers to purchase products from merchants that share their passion.
Wow, so that's really, really cool. So if I own a really cool shop that's got great sweaters, I can tag some of the photos of sweaters, and people in my social network will see it, and then they'll be able to spread it out, and we'll be able to follow that through the interwebs, as it were.
Exactly.
And see where it goes.
Yes.
Oh, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. Are you doing it just with pictures and videos, or is it keyword friendly as well, or?
Yeah, well, currently it's just with graphic images, with static images. So that particular image will be tracked on the social channels that merchants share it through, and they'll also be able to track purchases. Okay. So they'll be able to know their ROI in real time, and they'll be able to know which network is most effective for them in real time as well.
Oh, that's cool. So what networks does it support currently?
Currently, we're supporting Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest.
Okay, awesome. And is there plans to expand that, or is that going to be dictated as the markets change?
Well, it's going to be based on how our merchants are using the tool and their feedback. So we'll be iterating based on their suggestions. But long-term, our goal is to turn Pavo, the current platform, into a multi-channel tool. So ideally, merchants will be able to execute email marketing campaigns, search campaigns, and social media campaigns from one location.
Wow, that's fantastic. And what generated not necessarily the need? What did you recognize where you were like, hey, this is going to solve some problems for some people? What did you see happening?
Right. Well, my personal experiences was the first reason that we developed this tool, and really it's just, every day you go online and you see lots of different products that you have a passion for, but you don't have the data, the information that helps you make a purchasing decision that enables not just large merchants and large brands, but all the way down to the mom and pop shops. We wanted to produce a tool that gave them the same level of effectiveness as the big brands do have.
So you're kind of leveling the playing field for the smaller guy.
Yes.
Wow, that's cool. But still giving a lot of value to the larger organization.
Yes.
Very,
so we're starting with the small organizations to begin with, the smaller brands. We want to really make sure the tool works perfectly for them, and then next year shift our focus to big brands and develop solutions that target their pain points as well.
So where are you in the phases of business building right now?
Yeah, well, we're currently in private beta with local merchants in Detroit, and our private beta is still open. So we want to encourage local merchants in the retail, restaurant, and bar sectors to visit www.getpavo.com and register. And it's the tool is free to use while we're in beta, so we encourage local merchants to get on it.
So anyone in the Metro Detroit area or in the city proper?
Yes, anyone in the greater Detroit area is welcome to sign up for the private beta.
Very, very cool. Well, I'll be sure to make sure that I point some people that way.
Yes, please do.
I will. That's exciting. You started Social Media Association of Michigan.
Yes.
With some really cool people.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Well, there was clearly a gap in space in the market, and there needed to be a solution to provide education that really focused on how best social media professionals can leverage social media channels. When there are a lot of voices in the same space, we end up with a lot of fragmentation, and this happens online and in our real world communities. So the Social Media Association is a solution that we create a solid voice and one unified voice, rather than lots of smaller fragmented voices. So that was the main reason we chose to launch the association.
Do you find that the more channels we have to communicate, the more challenging communication becomes?
Yes, absolutely. Well, I think anyone can get spread too thin, when they have to manage lots of different communication channels and have to be kept apprised of the nuances with each one and the communities in each one. So it's very easy for anyone to get spread too thin. So yes, I think that's definitely, it's a problem, and the easiest solution for that is just to stick with one channel to begin with if you're a business owner running your own social media.
That's interesting. So when you say one channel, does that mean you think maybe people should pick, hey, we're going to focus on Facebook, or we're going to focus on Twitter or Google Plus or
Absolutely.
Pinterest? Okay.
Yes.
Very interesting. Do you follow that advice?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I love experimenting with the channels especially, so I definitely spend a lot of time on each one, and when new ones come out, I do tend to spend a bit of time on them as well.
Very, very cool. Do you have a favorite?
Do I have a favorite? I think I would have to say Pavo is my favorite.
I would call that not so shameless self-promotion. That's fantastic. So my one of the conversations I've been having a lot lately is the future of Google Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that finally picking up, or do you see it going the way of some other historic Google channels?
Well, Google is investing a lot of resources in Google Plus. That's really the most interesting thing. So lately, there's been integration between Google Plus and other Google products. most notably YouTube, most recently YouTube. So it looks like Google is all in with Google Plus, and they're going to continue to integrate Google Plus with the rest of their products, and it's because of that reason that I do feel it's worth investing time and energy in Google Plus.
I think that's absolutely right. I think business in particular are going to end up having to spend more time there.
Absolutely.
And it's almost like a forced party, you know? Like
a little bit.
We can't get enough people here, so we're going to make you show up. It's like being dragged in a paddy wagon. But, you know, sometimes you have to play by their rules because they kind of set the tone a little bit in the internet world at this point.
They do. But who knows, though? I mean, with some of the negative sentiment that's occurring on Facebook right now, it's possible that, you know, Facebook has created a space for Google Plus to take over as the #1 social channel. We'll see.
They did leave it open.
Yes,
I agree.
they did.
I agree with that. So obviously something's got to give. Do you just not sleep, or do you not have a social life, or what is it exactly?
Well, like I told you, you know, I'm very passionate about what I do, so it's not really like work. It's more like play.
It's more like, oh, see, haven't worked a day in your life is what you're saying, or at least not in the last couple of years.
Hopefully, I never will.
Oh, that is the goal, isn't it? What do you think of the Jeep Grand Cherokee?
It's a really smooth ride. I'd say that, and it's very roomy. You know, from the outside it looks smaller than it actually is, so it's very comfortable, very smooth ride.
Excellent. I really enjoyed driving it. It's got the right amount of pickup, and it doesn't feel like it's jerking your head back in the seat. But it's so much more comfortable than I would expect an SUV to be. It's almost like just a really luxury sedan, as opposed to something that we could just go kick it off road. You know, we could go get this thing all muddy and have every bit as much fun as we could if we were just taking it to the opera. Like, because I might go to the opera.
4x4 hybrid.
Yeah, it's got
that luxurious feel.
That's it.
And you can still off road, so it's best of both worlds.
I've been calling it rugged luxury.
Rugged? Right? Oh, I like that better actually.
Yeah. So, thank you so very much for taking time with us and joining us on Real Detroit Test Drive today.
Thank you for having me. It's been a blast.
Excellent. Really appreciate it.